My name is Eddie, and this is a reading for Scorpio from the new moon until the full moon. So from the 19th of May until the 4th of June. So I'm going to be using my Tarot Prague deck. I'm just going to shuffle them now and then lay down 10 cards on the table for you. So the first card is in the here and now, the present situation, what's going on around you at this time. And your card is the Tower card, okay? I do sense with this card that something catastrophic happened recently, okay? I mean, it's symbolic, but it shows two people jumping from a building, okay? So it can point to some type of falling out here, okay, with somebody or around a situation. It's very much this energy that you built something up, it was stable, and then something was said or something was done. There was some change here, okay, that caused everything to come crashing down, okay. It is a major card as well, the Tower card, so it's very much about some major issues, yes, but also about some big changes taking place, okay. It could well be that you've been asking the universe for something, or you've been putting out some prayers, okay. These have been listened to, and like you've got to readjust your path, okay. And this has thrown up these challenges which are shown in the Tarot card. It's very much this realignment which is going on here with you. It's like you're changing course, you're changing direction. I do sense something here around matters of the heart, because I've got the Two of Cups in the reverse position. It's very much this feeling of not getting beyond first gear, okay. So it's like something hasn't kicked off, okay. It's kind of been in this kind of sort of stage for far too long, where there's no certainty, there's no commitment, okay. You're wanting something to move to the next level here, okay, but you keep banging your head against a brick wall. Nothing seems to change here, and it could well be that something came to a head here as shown by the Tower card, and everything was thrown up in the air around this situation. It's also a strong sense of this disconnection within yourself, so it could well be that your mind is wanting one thing but your heart is feeling something else. And it's a bit like being in a car and you've got your foot on the accelerator and your hand on the handbrake, and you just end up just going round in circles and just getting nowhere fast. Or just imagine that you go like half a mile, okay, so your mind goes half a mile and then your heart brings you back, so it comes back half a mile, so you kind of just end up where you are all the time, okay. So it could well be there's been this intense energy, these extremes, you know, much pushing and pulling and also blowing hot and cold, which has been going on here, but you always come back to square one. It's like you're not making any progress around this situation. However, with the Tower card, and this card just spun around, it'd be interesting to see what this card is later on, but the Tower card very much shows things coming to a head, so change is on the way now at last. In the past coming to the present, yeah, very similar. I mean, I've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position, so we're going back slightly, perhaps the previous weeks, months at most, and it shows that things have been quite unsettled, okay. It's kind of sort of this gradual kind of sort of process, okay. It's kind of one thing after another here, but I get the last straw, okay, or the straw that broke the camel's back, okay. It just got all too much, okay. You wanted things to change and you were kind of just holding back, but at the same time there was also a lot of resentment building up, okay. And this just come to a head here as shown by the Tower card. It's actually got a positive side, okay, because what it talks about is that things can be rebuilt much stronger than before, either here or somewhere else, okay. But it's certainly different from how things have been. You're not going to be in this position where you kind of move forward and come back to square one all the time. You're going to move forward from this situation, okay, either with this personal situation or without. So looking forward, I've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reversed position. Could well be that you are going for a period, or you're going to go for a period where you're going to kind of sort of step back from a situation, okay? It's like everything's been in your face. Well, that's what I sense here. You know, it's like not being able to see not being able to see the wood for the trees, okay? And the feeling here is of you stepping back from this situation now. Okay, it's happened. Okay, something catastrophic has happened here, okay? And it's very much about you stepping back. It's like the aftermath, and just taking a good look at what's been going on around you. And because you step back, then you can see what needs to be done, okay? And it's only a temporary thing. It's like you step back for a short while. This card so much wants to turn over, okay? And it will do in a minute, okay? But looking more forward, it's kind of you get back into the thick of things. Okay, it's like you step back, so you may retreat for a little while, and then you get back on your horse. That's the feeling here, and then you just carry on with things. Okay, so the card in the goal position is the Seven of Wands in the reversed position. Strong sense here of getting it from all directions. Okay, because you've decided to make these changes, because things come to a head, there's a strong sense of people not being very happy about this. Okay, they're so used to how you were. Okay, it's like you would say yes all the time, but now the energies are changing. So rather than the situation controlling you, okay, you're wanting to control the situation. Okay, and there is this kind of sort of turnaround which is happening now, and because of what happened, something was said or something was done, it brought everything to the surface, and you made your true thoughts and feelings known. Okay, and it's very much about you taking back power around the situation here. There's also a lot of healing taking place as well. I just see all this water come gushing down over you. Okay, so you could well be have some concerns about some kind of ailment or some kind of issue, but everything is shown to work out in the best. Sorry, for the best. With the number 7, I'm being connected to spirit here. Okay, you have been putting out a lot of wishes, a lot of prayers. These have been listened to. Okay, they are in the process of being answered. And the thing is, you're not answered directly. It's like a different dimension. Okay, we can't really comprehend it. So they kind of talk to us or communicate with symbols. So, for example, if you've got a leaking pipe, okay, that might mean that you need to be more efficient around a situation, or you might experience like a burst tire. Okay, this is just examples, nothing to worry about, but you might see a flat tire, which means to slow down. Okay, or sometimes they can be a bit more direct, like you might see some initials on some number plates or something, perhaps someone you've been thinking about, or some situation you've been thinking about. So do watch out for the signs there. Subconsciously, yes, this is exactly what I was getting. I've got the Moon card here. Okay, and it's very much this energy of pushing and pulling, blowing hot and cold. So again, it's a reminder that you have been controlled, taken for granted, you know, by people around you. Okay, it's like you've been doing what they want all the time. Okay, it's like you haven't had much of a say in a situation. Okay, but things come to a head. You clearly have been working on yourself. Okay, it's very much about you taking back control around the situation, so you creating your own reality and not allowing someone else or circumstances to create it for you. Okay, this is like this in-between stage. You may well be having some nightmares or some vivid dreams recently, and often things do get worse before they get better. Okay, again, it's like that lorry which has got to turn around, massive lorry. When it turns around, it causes a lot of disruption, a lot of challenges. But once it turns around, then it's full steam ahead. So like with you, you're changing your course here. Yeah, you've got to readjust things. Okay, the path is readjusted. People won't like it. Okay, and they will moan. Okay, but you're going to carry on just the same. Now, this is a card which was kind of spinning around here, which is another major card. We've got the Tower's a major card, the Moon's a major card, and also the Star card is a major card. It's in reversed. It is the advice card. So I've got to give this to you. First thing is there's healing taking place, okay, which is very much confirmation of the Seven of Wands here in the reverse position. Again, there's nothing to worry about. Everything is going to work out for the best in that respect. It is about inefficiencies. I was talking about this burst pipe recently, or a few minutes ago actually, in the reading. So it's very much confirmation. You may have witnessed, you might have spilt some liquid, there might be a burst pipe or some kind of leak. So the advice here is to be more efficient, okay? The Star card is very much about the wishes which you put out to the universe, okay? And it's saying you need to be more efficient in that respect. It's a bit like you put out your good intentions, okay, which is good, and then the next moment you're kind of sort of full of fear, you're full of doubt, lack of belief, and the universe will listen to that as well. And because the universe is so efficient, it just cancels out your wish before it can get to you. It listens to both and it answers both at the same time, if you like. So there was a strong sense of the need to work on your intention setting. So putting it out and then trying to minimize this fear, this doubt, this lack of belief. And also if you keep putting out your wish over and over again, I mean, that also shows a lack of belief as well, because if you believe, then you should understand you just need to put it out once, okay? I mean, there's no harm perhaps in coming back once of an evening, lighting some candle, lighting some incense, and then just tweaking it slightly, okay? Just changing it slightly, because you're going to need to do that as you go along. But just doing it constantly shows a lack of faith, and that also cancels out your wish as well. So on the outside at the moment, okay, that's an interesting card, the Four of Pentacles, sorry, the Four of Swords in the reverse position. It's a healing card, okay, it's showing that healing is well on the way, okay, everything's shown to work out for the best here, so very much confirmation for what's come out here with the Star reversed and the Seven of Wands reversed. It's interesting, you've got like these skewers, you know, like with kebabs, you've got these two people going round. It's like you're going through this process with somebody around you, okay, you're like head to toe, so you're quite different, but you fit together well, okay, it will fit together perfectly, okay. It's like two halves of the same heart you put together, so complete, like a mirror image, but just fit together perfectly. So it could well be this soul connection around you, or even twin flame connection around you, where on one side you've got this beautiful connection, but on the other side you've got the challenges which go with it. Or it could well be you've been putting out some wishes around a soulmate connection or twin flame connection, okay. And it's this process which you're going through at the moment. Your hopes and your fears is shown by the Five of Pentacles. You may feel that you've been left out in the cold around the situation, not being given the full details. I mean, this card also reminds me of like a person on crutches, and you're walking next to them in rags, okay. So again, it could be that some situation or some person has been holding you back, okay, but you put on your glad rags, move away from this situation or from this person, those crutches will be thrown up in the air, and then this person or this situation will come after you, okay. And then you can, I mean, nothing to worry about, but you can then choose. Yeah, you can say yes or no, okay. Where in the past it's been you asking someone else if they want to say yes or no. You've put the power in their hands, or you've put the power within the situation, okay, or to circumstances. But it's very much about you taking back control here, okay. And that's quite scary at first, you know, when you take back power around a situation, it can be a little bit scary, but you'll notice that people will start to change around you, okay. They'll show you more respect. And the final card is the Queen of Pentacles in the reversed position. I actually see that as being extremely positive. I mean, the outcome here, I mean, also with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, it's like you let go of something here, okay. You've been holding on to something for far too long, and that's what's been keeping you stuck, okay. It's very much this feeling that your heart has been feeling one thing and your mind completely different about something, which has been causing you to kind of sort of go around in circles, or you get so far and then you're kind of sort of pulled back into your sea of emotions. You have always been ending up at square one, okay. But with the Tower card showing up, it's very much something happened recently, something quite catastrophic, and it kind of sort of makes you wake up to things. And with the Queen of Pentacles reversed as the outcome card, it's like you let go of something once and for all, but it's a win-win situation, okay. Because when you let go which you're going to do and move forward, what's yours will come in anyhow. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment. There's also links for free daily readings, personal readings, to buy me a coffee and to my crystal shop. Thank you.